Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share with you our latest yard project. We are changing some things in our backyard around, adding some stone mulch down so that it kind of stops some of the weeds from coming through. We are taking down some of the temporary bamboo wall that we had put up. We are putting up a shade sail. As you can tell, it is really sunny. So we're going to be putting up a shade sail to try and keep a little bit of coverage so that we can play out here on the hotter days. And yeah, so if you'll come along with us for the journey, I think it's going to be a really fun video to watch. Thanks so much again for stopping by, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to see how much I get done during nap time here. We're in my extremely messy backyard right now. And as you can see behind me, all of these lovely weeds that are here. You need to pull all these weeds on the side of the house all the way up here. I'm going to be pulling all of those weeds, and then I'm going to be hauling a bunch of rock from the front yard. Lowe's was supposed to deliver it to the backyard, but apparently they decided to drop a pallet of heavy rocks on the front. So I have to haul all of that back here. I'm gonna lay down some black fabric after I pull up these weeds and put some weed killer down. I'm gonna lay down some black fabric, and then I'm going to lay down the rock on top of the fabric, and it will end up looking like similar to what I have over here, which I will show you. So this is what I have on this side, and you can see over here where we have the hostas planted, which this hosta I need to break up into smaller pieces because, as you can see, it's coming out over here. It's so massive. And then we have the daylilies and some more hostas. But this is kind of what the rock is going to be like over on the other side. We had this put in last year. My husband and his parents did all of this rock last summer, but we didn't get to this side yet. And I had, like my drawings with Chloe, I had pulled all of these weeds and had it ready to go, probably a month or so ago, but we haven't actually had any time. So now it's all grown back up. Maple trees and everything. All right, so here we go. Chloe woke up. Oh gosh, that looked gross. Chloe woke up, so this is as far as I was able to get so far. Ooh, windy. Okay, hopefully it's not too windy and you can hear me. But it is a couple days later, and I only could finish what I could the other day. We had Chloe wake up, and then we've had a bunch of stuff going on since then. So I'm gonna start again. She's down for a nap. Hopefully I have a little bit of time, and I stupidly got my nails done recently, so probably gonna break my nails, but we'll see. Anyway, so we're gonna try and get some more rocks down, and I don't even care if I only get like 30 minutes worth of work done today, as long as I just get a little bit done. So I want to finish up to here, and then all of this still needs to be ripped out, weeded, and all that fun stuff. So got part of it done. I want to fill, all of this needs to be filled in with the top layer of the bigger rocks so we can kind of mix them together. And then over here, I need to lay down the smaller rocks and the bigger rocks. So my neighbor had borrowed this, but he just returned it. So I'm going to use this instead of carrying the heavy bags back and forth, and gotta dump that water out and get started. we need a little bit more rock here. I underestimated how many more bags we would need. It's pretty typical. I tend to not measure and I just guesstimate. So it's not the first time I've had to go back to Lowe's to get some more rocks, but it's okay because I'm actually really, really hot and I'm glad we don't have any more because I don't want to be doing any more work today. So tune in for the next step. Okay, so we're out here today. Say hi, Ryan.
Hi.
We're out here today. He's obviously measuring something, and we are going to be working on the shade project. We haven't quite finished the rocks yet, but I need to go to Lowe's and that's a bit further away. And so we wanted to get some work done while Chloe was napping. So we were working on the shade project. So I'll show you what we've got so far. Over here, this was our first attempt. We were trying to stabilize this. As you can see, there's a lot of poles in the way that were stabilizing it. We were trying to do concrete in that planter and then have like a 10-foot pole coming out of the planter. These were just to stabilize it while the concrete was setting. However, we realized that even with the concrete, it's pretty wobbly, just because it's in a plastic planter, so it doesn't really stay super still. So if a wind were to come or something, we don't want it to get knocked down. So now what we're doing is we're going to be digging some holes in the ground over here. And then I'm going to, hopefully you can still hear me. Then I'm going to cut a hole in the bottom of the planter. And we're going to cement through the hole there with the pole in it, about 2 feet into the ground, and then about a foot of cement on top of the ground here inside the planter. That way it's completely cemented in, and then it won't be wobbly and it'll be more secure. We're just gonna have to get like long cable to attach the shade sail because the shade sail is not as long as the concrete patio is. So hopefully that makes sense, but you'll see it all when it's finished. So in here we have concrete. We dug 2 feet into the ground, cut a hole in the bottom of this. We put the post in and then filled it with concrete so it's not going anywhere, unlike our other one. And then we did the same over here. And now I'm going to be filling it with some of the dirt that we dug out, putting a couple plants in. I'm also going to stain these before I put the plants in. And yeah, let's get to work. right, so we're about as finished as we can be for now. We do have a couple things that we want to add to, and I'll share that with you guys in a minute after I show you guys the finished project. But pretty happy with how everything turned out, honestly. And as you can tell, I am shaded right now. Pretty nice. The sun is pretty high, pretty low, so it is coming in this way, so we're not getting as much shade as we will during the day because it's pretty late at night, but I'm really excited. So I'll give you guys a little tour and let you guys see the finished product. Okay, so these are what we installed with the concrete, dug 2 feet deep, and then concrete a foot up into the barrel, and then the rest is dirt and plants. Then I painted with like outdoor paint. Then we have steel cables that we attached up here. We still want to trim off some of that extra steel cable, but we left some slack in case we needed to make it longer at all, but it's actually perfect. Don't worry, we're far enough from those wires. I know they look closer than they really are though. And then it goes all the way to the house up there, and it's into the studs of the house on either side. So it's 16 by 20 feet of coverage, which is pretty great. We do have the umbrella still, which I put over here for right now, but with our bricks on top for the time being, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or what. I guess it'll just depend on how things go. And then here's the other post over here. Same thing, steel cables to there, and then up to the house over there. And then Target had a really great clearance on some patio stuff. So these 2 chairs and this table are new. I need to Scotch guard these chairs though, because I don't think they came pre-Scotch guarded. This carpet is new, and the cushions are new, but the chairs and the table are my old set. I just got new cushions. And these actually came, both these pillows and the seat cushions came pre-Scotch guarded, so that's great. And then I just got a little accent pillow. So yeah, so that's where we're at with that. And I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. So we can have pretty good sized amount of people hanging out. Still have some cleaning up to do over there. There's the old table. And this post that we first tried to make, we're trying to decide what we want to do with it, because we don't want to waste it. So, and Chloe's pool and fire pit and stuff are over there. So still got a little cleaning up to do, but other than that, now this is our garden, vegetable garden usually. This year we did not get to do any gardening, so it's just been growing weeds, and we've been thinking of tearing the whole thing out and maybe building a little platform and putting a playhouse for Chloe on there. So if we do end up doing that project, I will bring you guys along to that, but for now it's just kind of an eyesore. And then here is the finished product with the rocks. Now we have a lot of hostas down there, and I want to add more hostas throughout, but it's just not something I was able to do yet. And other than that, yeah, pretty exciting. So there you have it. This is pretty cool. So the holes allow for wind and rain to come through, but we're still gonna probably take it down in the winter so that snow doesn't get caught up on it, but it's pretty great. I think it turned out really nice. So make sure you let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and you know, how you think everything turned out. I'm really excited about it. Any suggestions that you guys might have for me would be really great. If you have any tips for keeping hydrated in the summer or keeping cool in the summer, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And until next time, see you guys later.